welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to apply false lashes and my tips and tricks for applying them. So to start out, I get my false lashes from wholesale type websites like AliExpress and Wish. I find that these websites have like the best quality lashes for the least amount of money. Just to show a few, you can get lash kits like this for under 10 bucks. Those types of websites are what I have to thank for getting all of my lashes. I do buy drugstore lashes sometimes, but I find that they can be really expensive for one pair and that those pairs are usually not that great, especially not in name brand stores like Sephora or Ulta. I know that they do have more affordable lashes as well as their super expensive ones, but that's just what works best for me. These last me a really long time and they're also really inexpensive. Lashes just really bring a look together and it's a really nice skill to have to kind of amp up your look. I'm not one who will go and sit at a salon for hours to get my lashes done, so being able to put on strip lashes is really great for me. So hopefully throughout this video I can help you out with a few tips and tricks on how to apply false lashes. So I have everything on except for basically my mascara, my liner, and my lashes. The first tip that I have for beginners is to put on an eyeliner. I usually don't really like putting eyeliners on. I never really go for a thick wing, and if I can avoid eyeliner in my looks, I usually do. But I think eyeliner is a must-have for when you're a beginner putting on eyelashes so that you can hide any type of imperfections that you have when putting them on. It also creates this kind of seamless connection between the eyelashes and your eyelid so it doesn't look as fake. So I'm just going to be using this eyeliner and putting a really thin line on my eyelid, and I'm not going to wing it out. So now that I have this nice thin line to blend my eyelashes into, I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm going to be using the They're Real Mascara by Benefit. Don't really have to worry about the shape of your lashes, and you don't really have to pay close attention to how they, I guess, look, because it's going to be covered by the falsies anyway. I really just apply it to make sure that my natural lashes blend in with the falsies a bit better. I try not to curl it as much because if I do curl it, it kind of gets in the way of the falsies when I try to put them on. Some people like to do this step after they put on their falsies, but I don't really like to get any product on my lashes just so that it's easier to clean them and rewear them. I also leave the bottom lashes until after I put my falsies on. So as I mentioned before, I like to get my lashes from AliExpress, and this is the lash book I'm going to be using today. So I'm actually going to be using these lashes right here. I already took one off. These are the same thing. It's a really nice full lash, but it's not too dramatic because I do want my eyeshadow to show. This next step is super important in making sure that your lashes look great and stay on all day. You have to cut your lashes. I used to be so scared to cut my lashes and I would refuse to do it because I felt like I'd be losing lashes. This is an uncut lash, and this is one that I've already cut. So as you can see, there's a big difference in the sizes between these lashes. With lashes, you can actually see that if they are too big for you, it'll make your eyes look droopy when lashes are supposed to be doing the exact opposite of that. So as you can see, this is way too big for me. It would make my eyes look super droopy versus this lash that I've already cut. It really just fits my eye well. So in order to cut your lashes, you're obviously going to need something to cut it with. You can use scissors, you can use one of those straight edge razors, or you can use cosmetic scissors. Cosmetic scissors are what I like to use because I can get more precision with them. If you are using big scissors like kitchen scissors or school scissors, be careful as to not cut the actual hair when you're cutting the lash, because that will make it look really weird when you put it on. So first, I'm just gonna place it on top of my lash line just to get an idea of where I would need to cut it. I like to cut from the outside of the lash, not the inside, so I place the inside where it would be and then see where I would need to cut off at the end. Looking at about here, I place my finger there and then I can see where the lash needs to be cut. I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut the lash. So now that I've cut my lashes to what I think will fit my eye, I'm just gonna recheck it by placing it back onto my lash line. Yeah, that looks about right. So another part of the lash that I like to cut is the inner corner. I don't like to cut hairs off of it, but if there's a piece sticking out of it, I do like to cut it just so that it doesn't poke you in the eye and make wearing lashes super uncomfortable. So now that I have my lash cut and fit to my eyes, all that's left to do is to apply them. You can use a lot of things to apply falsies. Some people like to use their hands, some people like to use tweezers, or the eyelash applicators that come in some kits. I personally don't like to use eyelash applicators. For me, they just don't give me the amount of control that I need to put on lashes. I use a combination of tweezers and my hands. It just gives me the right amount of control that I need to put my lashes on and make sure that everything looks right. These are the tweezers that I like to use. They're not sharp at the end like most tweezers are because they are used to pluck eyebrows and things like that. These are kind of more accident proof, so if you do have an accident, you don't poke yourself in the eye with something sharp. Before putting lashes on, I like to kind of bend the lash to make it a little bit round just so that it's easier to apply. So now it's time to put glue on the lashes and put them on. I like to use the Duo Dark Tone Glue to put my lashes on. This is really the only lash glue that I use. This lash glue works really well because it dries black, and especially since you have that eyeliner on underneath your lashes, it just blends in with all that. These little Duo tubes last a really long time too. I don't remember having to repurchase one of these tubes because I ran out. I just lost the top, so I had to throw it out because it all dried out. But these last a really long time, and I'm somebody who puts lashes on almost every day, maybe take breaks on the weekends, but these last really long. So when putting lash glue on, don't overdo it. I used to overdo it so much and my lashes would never dry and never stick on. I like to put a nice little thin layer on the base of the lashes. Sometimes I add a ball more to the inner and outer corners, but other than that, try to keep it as thin as possible, but enough to stick onto your lashes. You also want to make sure that when applying glue that it's not going on the top of the lash band. You want to make sure that it's going kind of in the middle or underneath the lash band, just so that when glue dries, you don't see it when you look down. You want to let it dry for about 30 seconds. So here's a close-up of me actually putting on the lashes. First, I kind of place it above where I want it to be on my lash line, and then quickly just place it down. Use the eyeliner that you put on before as kind of a guide as to where to put the lashes onto. Once I place my lashes on and they're nice and sturdy, I like to blink a couple of times just to make sure I don't start tearing up. And then I continue with securing the inner and outer corners. And once that's secure, I like to clamp down my natural lashes with the falsies with a combination of my fingers and the tweezers just to make sure that it's actually stuck onto my lashes. So this is something to do if you have a more steady hand. I like to go in with my tweezers and kind of pull any lashes from the bottom lash that might have gotten stuck on the upper lash when I place the lashes on. Now that the initial application is done, I like to go in with that mascara again and start doing my bottom lashes. So these are the finished look of my lashes. I feel like it's really easy to become discouraged when you're putting on lashes for the first time. It's okay. I was not great at this for a really long time. Even now, I have days where I struggle to put my lashes on and just decide to save it for another day. So that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it and that you start practicing putting on your lashes. I hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I hope that I showed you some tips and tricks. So I will see you in next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!